I never wanted to be one of those people that comes on TikTok and cries, but like hearing.
If y'all haven't seen the OP, I suggest you go back and watch it. The short version is that this poor woman has just had to cut off her entire family. She set some boundaries with her family after a trying event and said, "These are the things that I need from you." And her family repeatedly disregarded and crossed her boundaries. So she got to the point where she was like, well, you're showing me how much you care, and that's not at all. So we're done here. Call me when you have a therapist on the line, which unfortunately they haven't done. Nor does she seem to think that they likely will. And a lot of people, especially Thanksgiving is kicking off the holiday season here in America. A lot of people are dealing with this situation where they're like, well, I thought I was going to be able to sit through Thanksgiving dinner without a bunch of drama and hits to my mental health, but it just didn't work out that way. It's happening all over the country. And as your friendly neighborhood conflict management consultant, I have said this a lot of times on my channel, but I just want to remind, especially this OP and anybody who might be watching her, about the principle of intermittent reinforcement of your boundaries. Once you draw a boundary, you need to hold it every single time without fail, because according to, studies, dropping your boundary one time actually increases the behavior that you are attempting to curb. What you're effectively teaching the person who keeps crossing your boundaries is that if they push hard enough, you'll let them cross the boundary without giving them the consequence that you said would come with a boundary cross. Do it enough and she'll give up. So again, you're effectively increasing the behavior that you were trying to curb in the first place by setting the boundary. So if you're going to set it, you better not forget it. I have another video in my channel that goes farther into the studies about intermittent reinforcement and how this was proven scientifically. If you go to my page and look for it, I've got it labeled. But for now, I just want to say, especially to the OP and to anybody who is going through this right now, that I have been where you are. I understand what you're going through. This is a really, really hard thing to do, drawing boundaries and holding them, especially with, the people who are supposed to love you more than anyone in the world. This is an extremely difficult thing to do, and it's going to feel like a threat to your safety sometimes. Don't forget that humans have been running from lions far longer than we've been paying bills. So being separated from the pack was actually like mortal danger. And we were born into packs. We're born into families like many other animals are. And it's for safety. It's so we don't get picked off by predators. And when you got separated from your family, you were the one that was going to be the most likely to get picked off by a predator or to starve to death or die of exposure, etc. So in our brains, separating from our families, drawing boundaries with our families, it feels like existential threat. So it's going to feel terrible. But sometimes the right thing to do feels terrible. Don't give up on demanding the love and respect that you deserve. And most importantly, stay safe out there, friends, and keep fighting the good fight.